Hi, my name is Colton Cook, and I'm doing my second presentation for Accounting Ethics 6650 on whistleblowers. I decided to do mine on Gail Reeves' Accounting for Anguish that talks about Kim Amy, who was an employee who worked for WorldCom and was eventually laid off. He was also actually the only full-time employee to be laid off. So the situation was a brief overview of Kim Amy and WorldCom. Kim Amy worked for WorldCom. He was a budget and financial analyst. And when you are a budget financial analyst, you're open to information that not everyone's open to. And when you have that comes responsibility when you're working in the accounting department. And Kim Amy had to face that multiple times. And one occasion was that there was an email that was sent to Kim Amy as well as other employees that said, all labor associated with capital projects in the network systems division to no longer be charged to a capital project, but to be booked as an expense. In the long run, if capital items are booked as expenses, it reduces a company's net profit and therefore its taxes. So that's, to put bluntly, they're just asking them to commit fraud, and Kim Amy wasn't going to do that. So the criteria for fraud was that WorldCom was going to make material false statements that it knew to be false, and which, if relied on potential investors, could have damaged the investors. And Kim Amy was quoted saying, and this is what he thought, he said, "This is going to be bad, but I have responsibility to the shareholders and myself." The ethics. The last thing you want to do is mischaracterize capital expenses or shield actual transactions from management, which is very true. So let's go over the 7 steps for whistleblowers, and this is and Kim Amy did a lot of these steps as well. So the first step is approach your immediate manager first. When reading, it said that he did this multiple times with multiple managers. He sent word to his concerns up the corporate chain, really to no avail. So he did do this step, but was really just ignored and told him to do it anyways. The second one is discuss the issue with your family. When Amy came home that day and told his wife Janet the bad news, she was distraught about it. The article didn't really go much into detail about when he was talking to his family. I'm sure they had multiple conversations about it. I know they were trying to keep it kind of quiet for the sake of the kids, not to scare the kids. So Kim Amy did cover step 2. Step 3 is take it to the next level. And I see it as take it to the next level, of course, up the corporate chain. And Kim Amy, of course, did this too. When he was ignored by his immediate manager, he sent an email and went above the corporate chain. He called a woman named Sue, who was near the top of WorldCom pyramid, and told her his feelings on what was going on. And she basically said, "This isn't WorldCom's way of doing business. It's not their policy," and thanked Kim Amy for letting her know what was going on. But it really didn't do anything. So step 3 was covered, to take it to the next level. Step 4 is contact your company's ethics officers. WorldCom really didn't have one at the time, so Kim Amy really couldn't do this. So he kind of skipped this step because there's really no step to take. There is no company ethics officer. And then step 5 is consider going outside your chain of command. Kim Amy already did that with step 3, so he kind of did cover step 5. He was, well, as I say, moved to different divisions, so of course, yeah, he was under different employees, and he went up their chain of command as well, but really to little to no avail. It actually only just got him in trouble and got him transferred a lot more. So, and then also step 6 says go outside of the company. Kim Amy never really had an opportunity to do this because he was shortly after fired. Before he even really had the opportunity to do this, it all happened so fast. And then leave the company. As I said in 6, he didn't have the opportunity to do that because he was fired shortly after. So those are the 7 steps. Kim Amy, he was unemployed. He kept to his ethics, which is great. He was unemployed for, I think, 14 months, but he stayed strong. And because he stayed strong, WorldCom eventually fell. Not necessarily because of him. I mean, he blew the whistle, but it was basically just a spiral effect. WorldCom had bigger problems than Kim Amy at this point regarding Kim Amy's lawsuit for $35 million in punitive damages. But yeah, whistleblowing and keeping your ethics and morals strong definitely makes a difference, and I hope you enjoyed my presentation.